Animals have been a part of artwork since cave drawings, and searching for antique and vintage items is a popular thing to do these days. I've been collecting various items at flea markets, estate sales, and of course even eBay for a while now. I like looking for items that feature wildlife. Let's check some of my little treasures out. This one I recently bought. It's probably worth about 100 or so. 125 years of Zoo Berlin. Zoo Berlin was opened 1844. This is from 1969. It's pretty cool. Colobus. They are a primate you can find in Africa, but also in the Zoo Berlin. It's a zoo in Poland. Lodz, I'm probably slaughtering that name. Couldn't find too much info about the zoo. It's still there. It's about an hour and a half southwest of Warsaw. I was at the Warsaw Zoo, but I never really found any old prints of the Warsaw Zoo, so I picked this one up on eBay. Also probably worth about 100 US or so. I just like it because it's got the tiger, which is my favorite animal. Of course, shouldn't chew tobacco or smoke, kids, but probably from the 20s, I'm thinking. It's a tin, would be at the store. Could purchase tobacco. That's of course a tiger. This one has a lion on it. Monarch Cocoa, produced here in Chicago. Nice with the animal kind of old school drawing and the advertising there. It's pretty cool. This is another piece that I like. It's a jaguar. It's from the Rare Animal Relief effort. It's from '81. So that would be vintage, not antique yet, but really cool little drawing of a jaguar there. I picked it up for I think $3 at an estate sale, and it's probably worth, I don't know, maybe 10, so big profit. Big profit. I'm always interested in animals used in advertising, especially the tiger, of course. Frosted Flakes. It's a vintage ad, Frosted Flakes. Found that for $0.25 inside a magazine. I don't know if it was Time Life or something. Estate sale there, $0.25 each. And same thing with this one. I think it was like $0.25 each item. Cleaned them up, put them in a frame. Just like to collect things as I can or have room for. I also like to look for a lot of old animal postcards. I also like to get these old lobby cards. Pick these up for a few dollars each, and they are worth a few dollars each. This one's 1966. That guy, hopefully he could run fast. Dracula's dog. It's got a dog in it, obviously. Some tells me that movies. It really sucks. No pun intended. Yogi Bear. Yogi Bear. He's a famous bear. I took a year and a half of college level Spanish, so I can translate that for you. That's probably all I could do. Didn't really pay attention in college. Savage Wild, another movie. I just really like the artwork on a lot of these old movie posters or inserts and that. I always try to track all these films down on DVD or VHS, but I really haven't been able to. This one I'd love to see. I mean, it's about Tiger Boy. What could be cooler? So I'll highlight a few items for you. This book here came out in 1933. I picked it up I think for $3 or $4 at a little antique shop. Clara Netsch worked a lot with Diana Thorne. They did a lot of animal books for kids, and a lot of the drawings were kind of the same in a few of the books. I just like it because it's really like, the drawings are really kind of primitive and interesting looking. The info is pretty accurate. It's just kind of neat. Of course, a lot of these books portray every animal, of course, as a ferocious beast, but leopard there, it's pretty cool looking. Yeah, it's a little antique book. Next up is an 8mm film reel. Picked it up at an antique store in Indiana. Clyde Beatty, born 1903, passed away in I think 1965 or so. He was a circus trainer, animal trainer, way back when. So if you used an animal on a film set, it was a free-for-all. They didn't really have like the humane side or anything like that on the film sets way back when. There's some black and white footage of animal attacks here on YouTube, and a lot were taken from his films. You know, I'm not a big fan of animals being used in entertainment and kind of stuff like that. It's a pretty interesting board game I collected. 1977, Marlin Perkins, of course, I believe he worked at St. Louis Zoo and then became in charge of the Lincoln Park Zoo here in Chicago. Just to film a show there called Zoo Parade years ago. He was born in 1905, passed away in 86. Can save endangered wildlife throughout the world. Let's get a closer look at this. Drawings are just really cool looking. It's a cool looking board game. Of course, it features animals that even 40 years after the fact, we still need the help. Fortunately, like the black rhino. Eastern cougar's pretty much gone, unless you consider the Florida panther part of that. Orangutan in trouble, Indian lion, only a few hundred left. California condor, they were almost gone. Zoos helped them out. Mexican grizzly bear, they are listed as extinct now. The Caspian tiger, could find Iran, Turkey, throughout Asia. They are listed as extinct, but the Amur tiger, or the Siberian tiger, and the Caspian tiger, they're now finding through DNA pretty much almost the same thing. So yeah, I picked it up for around 10 bucks, probably worth around 20 bucks, so not that huge of a profit, but I'm keeping it anyway. This is another vintage book, or actually, one person listed this coming out in 1880, said that would make this an antique book. Our Animal Kingdom, look at those illustrations. Be careful with this one. Look at the back. I picked it up for 12, I think. It's worth maybe 28, a little more. Again, I'm not really going to resell it anyway. Really cool picture of a lion and tiger there. The main reason I did pick it up is because of the illustrations. The puma, that's a cool one. Look at that tiger. Mr. Sad Face Tiger. And the hyena, really neat looking. Stag, boar, giraffe. Can't really fault them too much. I mean, at this time, late 1800s, you know, it's not like everyone was heading to Africa on safari or anything like that. And a lot of zoos weren't around, so those people are drawing a lot of these just out of from other people's drawings, not really obviously seeing these animals firsthand. So neat little book.